Welcome again to the Expat Experience. We have a guest here on the show on SRFM today, and also for you watching out there on the YouTube. We have Ali, aka Pineapple Pappy, and he is pushing out the sort of culture here, the changing culture. And you may not think that, but like you are on the forefront of that. You are documenting what is happening in the kingdom, a lot in the music industry. I mean, he's been shooting DJ Khaled for starters. I mean, that's up here, right? But anyway, say hello, introduce yourself.
Hello everybody, I'm Pineapple Pappy, as everybody knows, or the Pineapple Guy. I guess, like, you're the Pineapple Guy, yeah, I'm the Pineapple Guy.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, exactly. So I do photography and filmmaking, and I'm glad to be one of the people, or I could say maybe pioneers of like the new age of media in Saudi. Let's say that.
Pioneer, I like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to leave the rest for the show when we grace the radio waves of Saudi with this content. So I hope you enjoy, and we'll, as always, be back at the end to give you a bit more reality as to what life is like here, and if Ali recommends you moving here if you're watching this from abroad. Anyway, enjoy. As I alluded to, we have a guest here in the studio right now who is sharing the link, the audio link for this show with his sister back in Egypt. So we are going to have some, we're global on this show. We're not just nationwide, we are global. But anyway, as I was saying, we have someone here today who is a friend. I'd class you as a friend. Client for a short time. Fellow barbershop goer, and a sort of incredible creative as well. Wow, Ali, introduce yourself.
Oh, hey everybody, listen to the other end of the radio. My name is Pineapple Pappy, as everybody knows, and I'm a photographer and filmmaker. I started as a hobby, and I used to steal the camera from my father.
Nice.
You know, go there like to the Corniche at like 6 a.m. Shoot pigeons, shoot sunrise, flowers, the dew, and I would go home with like 500 pictures in the camera.
Okay.
And I would scroll through everyone and just every single picture, and I would like think, is this good enough or not? And this is how I started like asking myself, is this good enough? Is this good enough? And then I used to compare myself with other like major photographers, and this is how I started like improving myself.
I see.
Yeah.
And how old were you when you were stealing your dad's camera?
From like 10, 12, I guess.
Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
And what was it? Do you remember what it was?
Of course, it's Sony Cybershot.
Okay,
of course, it's a digital camera. And that was the top of the line,
Okay.
But actually, to be honest, I started on a phone, on a Motorola Z6 or something like that.
Oh, wow, okay.
I was in Alexandria. I started shooting like clouds. That's it. Clouds.
There wasn't a like shot on Motorola hashtag at that point, was there?
No. Hashtag my photography and my shot. No, none of that. Yeah.
Cool. So how long have you been in Saudi? Pretty much your whole life, right?
Yeah. All my siblings were born here. I was the only one born in Egypt. 97 babies. Shout out to every 97 baby.
I thought you, as in like there were 97 babies in your family.
No.
Your mum had 97. Okay, you were born in 1997.
Yes, 97.
Okay.
Yeah.
90, same as me. Just that's 1990.
Yeah.
Okay, so you came over what when you were a child?
Yeah, 2 weeks after my birth.
Ah,
Yeah.
fine. So and then from then you've been here.
I think until grade 6, like 2011, or like I think way before that, 2009 maybe.
Okay.
And then I went to continue my education in Egypt for 5 more years.
I see.
Yeah, then I
Okay.
went back for high school, 11
Yeah.
and 12, and I graduated here.
Okay.
Yeah, 2015.
And always based in Jeddah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I went back to Egypt, and then back to Saudi after 1 year of university in Egypt, and then I like decided to leave.
Okay, so you have like seen a lot in
Yeah.
your time,
Yeah.
and now must be a hugely exciting time
Absolutely.
with you no longer having a Motorola in your hand, but
Yeah.
probably quite a few cameras.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I just bought my new camera, Sony Mark IV.
Okay.
Beast.
I'm going to pretend like I know what that is. No idea.
Yeah,
Absolutely no idea. I'm going to take your word for it. It's a beast.
It's a beast. It's expensive too.
Okay,
Unfortunately,
okay.
like a big hit to the wallet. But it's
Well, I
okay.
thought I'd buy you your water and your can of soda to help you out a little bit.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, so in that time, you've seen a huge. I assume you've seen a huge transformation.
Hmm.
Is that fair?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And so describe to me kind of what are some of your earlier memories as to life here?
I would say it's pretty conservative when it comes to what you show on media or
Hmm.
TV. We used to go to events like Akshinha, basically just a bunch of guys drifting.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
and like drinking energy drinks.
okay.
And that was it. Like we only shoot that, and we couldn't really shoot anything else, like music videos or modeling or anything. It was kind of
Ah,
not in the picture yet. It took us some time to really start, having the kahunas for that.
I see.
Yeah, because people were kind of worried that, like, would they catch me if I shoot stuff like that or not? Because like we're not sure what
You don't know.
happens.
There's a massive grey area, I imagine.
Exactly. So we just have to do that outside, like, and that's maybe I started doing that in Malaysia.
Mm.
So I went there 2017, studied in Malaysia, and then I started my fashion photography career.
Yes.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Ah. So how has it been like over the last couple years? Because there have been some. I mean, recently some big highlights for you.
Yeah,
Probably stuff you could never have dreamed of. So
oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna sort of announce it because you won't. Like I think the two. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like the two biggest people you've shot. That's working with Middle Beast, right?
One for,
One with
yeah, one actually both of them for Middle East, but like
fine.
one was a direct contact.
Which was so we had J Balvin.
Yeah, J Balvin was shout out to Rex and Faisal for hooking me up with that.
And then the second one,
With DJ Khaled, but mostly DJ Khaled was the whole Middle Beast.
yeah, yeah.
And J Balvin's experience was kind of insane, if I would describe it that way. Because what happened is I was with my friends in Dubai, and we were partying at 2 a.m.
Okay.
Uh,
Just energy drinks, just.
yeah, like Red Bull, water, stuff like that, orange juice. And then I saw the ad for J Balvin's gig happening in
Okay,
Saudi, and I listened to J Balvin for like over 4 years now.
fine.
Big fan. And when I saw it, I went crazy. I was like, "Whoa, no way he's coming here!" And I went directly, checked the VIP tickets, 700 riyals, I believe so.
Okay,
I was like, I don't care. I'm buying it on the spot. I bought it.
yes.
Like literally just standing dancing. So my friends like, look, and I bought it for 700 riyals.
Yes.
Really, really good price, I guess. The next thing I know, I was in an event here. I was emceeing, and suddenly all my friends have been calling like nonstop, like, yo, we need you right now. I was like, what's wrong? They told me like we have this event tomorrow that we want you to shoot. Someone big is coming to Saudi. I was like, sorry, I cannot. I have a J Balvin's concert tomorrow. I have to go to.
No way. Okay.
Yeah, and like I have to at least take a selfie with him. At least just take a selfie, like he's walking, passing by. Just hey, let's take a selfie. I was like, okay. Next thing I know, like the person who's coming and we want you to shoot is
No
J Balvin.
way.
I was like, no, wait, 1 minute. It was like almost 3 a.m.
What was that penny drop moment like?
I couldn't believe myself.
You're like, why did I spend 700 riyals on this
Yeah,
ticket? When
exactly. I mean, like, I swear to God, like I didn't even care about the money, like, and I didn't even care about how much I'm taking, I'm getting paid. I don't care. I just want to be there
Sick.
shooting J Balvin because huge fan. And we went the next day, and we finished the deal like I think around 3:30, 4 a.m. And the next day we went there, and they had two black GMCs waiting outside, right?
Okay.
So I would assume like, okay, J Balvin is in one GMC, and I'll be in the other one. We open the door, man. Who welcomes me? J Balvin himself, wearing this huge Cuban link. I'm like, wow, I cannot believe myself. I can't. Right?
Insane.
Yeah. And we were talking like we were old friends.
Really?
Yeah, and we even like started shooting, stories. We're teaching him Arabic.
Okay,
And-
so you, how long did it take to get over your like fangirl moment?
Until now, still, I cannot get over it, because he was very friendly, unlike what people, assume like celebrities would be.
Yeah, yeah.
And he didn't have like a huge entourage. just like
Okay.
his own personal DJ and some other friends, and he
Man, that must
danced
have
for
been
us.
so
Yeah,
surreal.
absolutely. I'm just like sitting there looking at him. I was like,
You got your selfie with him, all right? I
yeah, yeah,
imagine.
we did even a shout out as well, like, you know. So I'm glad that happened, and this is when I realized something. You know, work hard for what you want, and you will receive the things that you never expected.
Mm, mm.
And I never expected this gig. You know, I never expected it at all.
Well, that's the thing. You never expect who's listening, who's going to reach out to you. Just that one
Exactly.
eyeball on your stuff, whatever that might be,
Yeah.
is the connection to
Hmm.
getting in a GMC with J Balvin. And then
And
the next
mhm.
one, the next sort of, I think probably one of the biggest artists who've come to Saudi. Would that be fair? DJ
Balvin.
Khaled.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
DJ Khaled.
He's not just an artist. He
He
advertised.
he he advertises Sun and Sands.
Yeah,
Sun and Sands.
yeah.
You know what?
What do you have
That
to do with
is that
sports?
is like peak career.
I think he came here for for a few weeks to advertise. Like he went to Riyadh, he went to Jeddah,
Okay.
he went to Mecca as well. He
Yes, I
did an
saw. I
Umrah. Yeah,
saw.
I think that was the first time he ever stepped into like a holy place, and that's why he started crying. Uh, I really like people start asking me like, is he Muslim? Is he Muslim? Honestly, like, okay, I did, like, work up closely with it, but I don't know his intentions. Honestly, like, he's a good guy. Honestly, like, what he did to the industry, it was just insane.
Yeah, yeah.
The music, the artists that he brought with as well, like Future, Rick Ross,
Mm,
Exhibit, and all those people, like huge artists, huge
yeah.
names. So
So I mean, like that, I think kind of comes nicely into, well, the journey being
mhm.
stealing your dad's camera at
Yeah,
like 10 or 12
yeah,
to not only kind of shooting
mhm,
celebrities, because I think that kind of belittles what it is that you're doing.
mhm,
You're documenting the change
yeah,
that is happening in Saudi at the time, or at present, and
yeah,
I think that is such a like people like I know for myself, like I remember when I went to the first like Marco Carola concert in Cake
oh
in
yeah,
like before Corona,
oh yeah,
and like I
2019,
took
yeah.
like a video and people were like, "You're in Saudi?
Yeah.
Like, did you go to Ibiza? Like, you're in
Yeah.
Saudi?" And so like that is obviously small time
Mhm.
compared to what is happening now,
Right now, yeah.
and like for you to be involved with
Mhm.
that and putting that out
Yeah.
must be such a insane feeling, having gone from scrolling through pictures of clouds asking
Yeah,
if it's good enough.
yeah, yeah. And I'm not promoting stealing your dad's camera, right?
Borrow. You borrowed it.
Smart,
What's mine is yours. Right?
Exactly. You're
What's
just
yours is
one big
exactly.
happy family, right? Yeah, I would say that it's kind of I wouldn't say weird. Weird is not the actual like the way I would say it, but surprising to me that the rapid change.
Mm,
It just it's it's amazing. I would say because you got people who really want to see all those artists,
yeah.
and they would travel abroad just to see them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And right now it's 10 minutes away from your home.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I
Of
mean,
course,
it will
traffic
take
is
about 5 hours exactly.
exactly. Yeah. But like it's super close to you right now, and
Yeah,
you can be a part of this movement.
yeah.
It's not.
Because it feels like the norm a little bit. Now the F1's happening, right? And you
Yeah.
say, this artist is playing, this
Hmm.
art, and it's kind of just like a bit wallpaper.
Yeah.
Which is so strange to say, but it's kind of it becomes the norm.
Yeah. And just wait for like I think one more year, I guess, and we start having more and more artists
Yeah,
coming in, and you will have an up close experience with them as well. Because right now, I think most of the artists they would come here for a few hours and then they leave.
straight away. Okay.
Yeah, they might go maybe to Abu Dhabi, Riyadh, or some other
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
city, or it just might be a pit stop for another country, like a bigger show. But
yeah.
I think soon enough we'll have the big shows here, and we don't. It's just the artists would be like, "Oh, I'm going to Saudi for a huge show." And, like everybody's gonna come as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
So like we would travel to the U.S. or Europe just to see an artist. People from those countries will come and see them here as well.
Oh, for
So
sure. Especially, MDL Beast, for example, being
mhm,
like the biggest
yeah,
music festival or attendance in the world. I think it
of
was
course,
shown as.
yeah,
So I think there's some things I think which need to be managed through a little bit
yeah,
there potentially with with attendees, but
yeah.
that might be a conversation for another time.
Of course.
All right, we are going to cut to a music break. We'll give you a rest, you know, we'll get you collect your thoughts, and we'll be back after a couple songs. Oh, was that easy?
Did I do good?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
So before we cut to the break, we were talking about how your sort of career in photography has skyrocketed over sort of recent years, right?
Like a year and a half.
Yeah. So started from the stealing your dad's camera, taking pictures on a mobile phone, which probably one of those plug-in. Yeah, right. Yeah. Plug the camera into the phone. Remember those?
No,
actually, you were born in '97, actually, so maybe that was before your time.
That was like 60 something.
but yeah, like over that time, obviously you've been honing your craft, and you've been you've been developing quite a unique style, I would say.
Yeah.
How would you describe your style? Cool AF.
Cool, yeah. Hashtag cool AF. I would say it's more into the street art, when the colors, the lenses I use, like the fisheye lens.
Yes.
And I had to search far and wide just to get that lens.
Okay.
I don't think it's being manufactured anymore.
Ah.
And people do have filters they could add, they can put there, but it can never be the same as the
can't replicate it.
Exactly. And then also you need to handle the camera properly. You need to understand the fisheye lens, because not many people would understand how to work with a very circular lens, and people's faces would just become weird. And I would say, like, the grain, the filters I use, the colors I use, and the effects, and when to transition, like the flashes, the film burns, and all that stuff. Like, you need to just enjoy it while you're doing it. You don't really have time for all the clients to that would want more corporate stuff.
Yeah.
So I would say that maybe like 4 months of the whole year, like, I would do corporate stuff, but then I would focus more on what I like to do.
And why is that? It's got to pay the bills.
Yeah, that's corporate stuff here. Big bucks.
Where I want to go now is we want to talk origin stories, right? And so, BK, if you are out there, I hope you are. I know you have been listening. I was having my hair cut yesterday. Okay. As we do, we chat about all things life, and just he's just an amazing guy. Anyway, he has a shop called Barbero. So guys, if you're in Jeddah and you want a sick fade, go there. But he was talking about how you used to just frequent the barber shop.
Oh yeah.
And just chill. Right?
Of course.
You would, and this is back when it was the previous one, but you would just go, chill, sit, and just spend time. Yeah. Right? And then from there, correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, no, okay.
He might have been lying. BK, you better not have been lying.
Oh, no.
But over time, you started taking photos, taking videos for them, right? And started promoting them and doing all this kind of stuff. And I think, as the legend goes, he started sort of pushing you, being like, you can make some reals from this.
Oh,
you can start making some money.
Of course.
And then I think, if I remember right, you were like, how much should I, 500 reals for a shoot? 500 reals? 1,000 reals? And BK was like, no, go big, go 10. 10 big ones.
I remember that.
And like, I think like it's kind of what I was saying at the beginning of the show, how you are so humble and modest, and it kind of shows that when you were looking through your pictures when you were a kid, being like, is this good enough? Is this good enough? Like, you are probably your biggest critic. Yeah. Your own biggest critic, right? Like most people, like, you're brutal with the stuff that you do and the stuff that you put out there. Yeah. And this is what we were speaking about yesterday. And so for other people to show belief in you, for your work, for what you're doing, I think is something so important, because that can literally change the trajectory of your life. And so in the conversation yesterday, just for like a point of comparison, so when I used to train, I was like, 26 years old, in a gym, didn't ever have social media. This one kid who was 16 years old started chatting to me. and annoying at first, but anyway, I just wanted to train. And like, over time, he was like, Pete, make an Instagram account. And I'm like, no, that is not for me. He's like, document your journey, document your fitness. And eventually, 2, 3, 4 months, can't remember how long it was, but it was a while of just pestering and nagging. I did. And then, to be honest, that kid changed the whole trajectory of my life, right? So I worked in an office in advertising. Gym was just a hobby. I then sort of became a PT. I then moved to Saudi. I then I'm here now, which is crazy to think. Like, from one decision, that was the trajectory that my life went. So for you, being like, wow, I can make money off of this. I can make money off of my passion. How was that?
I should start by, and I can never ever thank BK enough for that, and I always like appreciate it deeply. BK was the first ever person, friend, and homie that would tell me like, you should make money, and you are going to make money, and I want nothing in return. Like that type of friend, like
Yeah.
that type of friend, you know. I remember the first time going to the barber shop, and it was like the first place where you see like guys with tattoos, you know.
Yeah,
like, yo,
neon
this is
lights.
cool. Yeah,
A
right.
good haircut.
Exactly, and like a sick cafe next to it, like they sell cereal.
Yes.
Wow, you know. And I used to go there just to like chill with the guys. Honestly, like I wanted to get to know the guys more, just have like a conversation about because they're from Brazil and
Hmm.
just want to know more about the world out there. And I had my camera, and like I think the first time I went to the barber shop, I realized, you know what, I want to shoot a video there. And I took the camera, I went there, started shooting, like B rolls, them cutting hair, and I created this video, and like everyone loved it. They were like, "Wow, what is this?"
Yeah.
And they did have an ad before, but they loved this one more because they related to it more. More like hip hop beats.
Mm.
Grain. The lights were just like it attracts you. I mean, it's a 1 minute video, but it
Yeah.
felt like a few seconds because like you just want to watch it and watch it and watch it, right? And when I finished it, like BK told me like, you can sell this, right? I was gonna give it to the owner anyways, like, just, here you go, because I needed the client.
Yeah.
I needed to put my name out there. BK told me you have to like show it to the owner and you can make big bucks out of it. I honestly didn't know how much should I charge the video, and I mean charge for the video, but he told me like the ad that they did costed like around 11K.
Yeah.
That's like that's like because they're friends with the barbershop, the production house, right? So they did the video for 11,000, and then I went on and asked the owner for 10,000, and he was like, "Oh, we don't have that much budget," and this is where I first learned that it's not my way, it's the client's way sometimes. Because I never told him I'm gonna do a video.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, he didn't know. Like he woke up one day, I was like, here's a video. Now pay me.
Yes.
It doesn't work that way. And it took me some time to realize that I should put my ego aside, of course. And I'm just starting, So we went to, of course, the number was very, very cheap. Like the price he gave was very cheap. I don't know if I should say it or not even.
Say it.
We went from 10,000 to 1,000.
Okay.
It was really bad, honestly, but
But that was the first real you made from
yeah, from like
your
work,
your
yeah.
own work.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and okay, of course, in Malaysia we did like a few gigs, like what 300, 400 reals, it's nothing actually.
Yeah.
But this is the first time I do something here, and this video really pushed my name out there massively.
Yeah.
And then slowly from there, I met another friend who used to cut his hair in Barbero, and sorry, in the other
Yeah. The other place.
barbershop, right? Of course, we're
The
not gonna
place
say.
that shall not be named.
Of course, because I've got blacklisted there.
No way.
Yeah, we were dancing.
Okay. It's a story for another time.
Exactly. Probably like off the radio, maybe. But yeah. So that friend, his fiance back then, his wife now, she saw the video that I created, and I mean, actually, so he asked me for a photo shoot, and I did not actually sleep that day. I went there like straight from like whatever I was doing to the photo shoot, and I took some shots, and his wife saw it, and then she told me that we want you to shoot a video for the Ritz-Carlton Hotel.
Ooh.
So from like, you know, rise to riches type of situation, like, and because I wouldn't have dreamed of that,
No.
you know, and hotels really like they spend so much money just
Yeah.
to create a video, and I did this like with a certain deal with them. So I started working with the Ritz-Carlton, then from the Ritz to another project and another project and another project. So we did some, you know, I did shoot for Cartier in Riyadh. And that also like pushed me to another, you know, client, and it kept going, you know, like.
And all the time you're building your portfolio, the clients you've worked with, which then just brings more business, right?
Exactly, yeah. And just the name itself, like I could like charge zero.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I could
yeah.
just take 1 real from you, and I don't care, because your name and my portfolio means
Yeah.
more than that. Because if I only think about the money, let's say I go to a client like, I want X number of money.
You've been short-sighted.
Yeah, and be like, oh well, are you there for the job or for the money or for your work, or like, why are you here?
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
I don't want to take it as a business, like strictly business, even though you should sometimes, because like this is your work and this is how maybe you're gonna pay bills. But money is definitely not the first thing I think about. And my name has to be out there with like bigger clients and bigger clients and bigger clients.
And I think that's common in the creative industry. I
Mhm.
mean, having been in sort of working in advertising in London, like we obviously work with lots of directors, photographers, and so on. And so they have a team around them who do the money, who do the like the practical stuff, and they focus on the creative, their vision, the client, right?
Yeah.
And so I feel like this could be a job application here. If anyone wants to be Pineapple Pappy's agent,
Oh yeah.
we are taking. It's vacant.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, you're not gonna get paid much.
Yes, but remember, it's not about the,
The money.
It's about the name. But yeah, like, and I think that could be the natural way where you go. It's all right, you can cough if you need to.
Oh, no. No.
But yeah, like that could be the natural way that you go, right? You build, you grow, and then you've got a team, and I'm sure there's going to be a time when you're in Barbero with BK, and he's going to push you into the next direction,
Oh, yeah.
as he does with me every time I get my haircut with him.
He's such an amazing guy. I swear.
Man,
like,
yeah.
and there are more projects that I'm working on that he is helping me with. And,
Yeah.
like something related to NFTs, something related to like, stuff like that. So big ups to BK, man.
Yeah,
Love you,
big
Love
time.
you, bro.
But that's the thing. It's I think we are often so critical with ourselves and our work, or anything and everything, and especially kind of as the previous caller was saying, like you look at other people, you think the market is saturated, you think he's better than me, that works better than my work, or he's in the PT land, he's bigger than me, so therefore he's a better coach, like whatever, and I think a lot of the time it is just it's focusing on yourself.
Yeah.
It's building your own style of doing things, and then with time, if you double down, you triple down on that, like it'll come.
Exactly.
And I think we'll get onto this. Like you can't be delusional. Like you can't like if your mum or your partner's been like, you're amazing, you're doing so well at this, I love this, like sometimes you need, like, tough love is the best form of love, right?
Yeah.
And so if you have someone whose opinion you trust, i.e. BK, a friend, whoever, and they give you that little push, that little like bit of confidence to think, oh, okay, I could do this, then like it's such a beautiful thing, and it just feeds what is potentially like the rest of your life.
Exactly.
And it's crazy to think.
And honestly, to be very specific, you will have some hard days.
Oh, for sure,
Of course,
for
right?
sure.
There will be days that you need more money, maybe. There will be days that you need more motivation. But here's the thing. When you have friends like BK and you, and I think about it like, okay, you know what? I'm pushing myself. They're pushing me as well to become better. They don't really want anything in return right now. Of course I'm gonna be like generous enough to like, if something happens, then of course you're gonna be with me, or vice versa as well. And people sometimes they just think like, you know what, I don't want to take criticism from anyone.
Yes.
Because maybe they don't really want me to become successful. That's not the case, you know.
And I think it's so important to surround yourself, or at least be in regular or semi-regular contact with people who kind of have the enthusiasm or have the energy or like just the sheer wanting you to do well and succeed. Because I think, and I've fallen into this trap many times, if you surround yourself with people who don't want to see you succeed or will be critical of you, but, you know, with a sinister motive, like there is no chance you're going to succeed because like you are essentially the sum of your inputs.
You gotta drop them immediately.
Yeah. And so it's difficult to find these people and so latch onto them. So I feel like we're leeches on BK at the moment.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Free haircut. No, but honestly, BK was one of the main reasons why I'm here right now.
Yeah.
You know, if not the main reason, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think everyone has someone like that in their life, or everyone should have someone like that in their life, because it can be the game changer that you need. Whether it's your boss, a mentor, a colleague, a friend, like they can come from anywhere.
Exactly.
So don't be delusional. Gotta be honest.
Yeah.
Get some tough love. Love that transition.
I don't know why I'm just lost in breath. Like,
I thought you were going to start tearing up.
I know.
BK!
I love you, BK.
And I think this comes quite nicely to what we were leading up to, which was about understanding why you were starting something. So that could be starting, following a passion. That could be turning a passion into income, into work. It could be many things. And so what I want to start with here is that why for when we sat in Brew 92 and we were talking all things fitness, right? And wanting to take control of that element of your life, which obviously is so important. I mean, I think anyone in production has a big struggle with balancing their own sort of personal life with the commitments of work and sleep for starters. But anyway, like I think where to go with that is like you at that point in time had such a strong reason for starting something, and that I would like you to talk about in relation to, you know, advice you would give to someone who is starting out. Like, for example, it's not, oh, I wanna go to the gym so I can post topless pictures on my Instagram, you know, like that's not a good enough reason. No. That's not going to carry you through the tough like anxiety, the like ups and downs of that process. So what would you say? I'm putting you on the spot here.
Oh, that was a dark time, I would say. Like, it was not just, you know, got out of something. I would say that, like, it was really difficult for me because it was more of a personal attack to who I am. And I think when you reach that level of just not believing in yourself, like in yourself anymore, and you start doubting everything. Yeah. Everything, just who you are as a person, not just your work, your friendships, your relationships, your passion, your hobby, everything. Just you doubt it, and then you start realizing, okay, you know what? Maybe I should work on something. Maybe I should fix something, and. To be honest, at that time, I just wanted to become a better me, a better version of like me as a person, not just as a photographer or filmmaker or anything. Because that will definitely help me become a better creative. Yeah. When I feel confident enough about who I am, I will feel confident by my work, and that's definitely good for everyone who's listening, because sometimes we doubt ourselves easily, especially before, you know, sleeping. You're like thinking, am I really good enough for this? Will I wake up tomorrow? Will I feel motivated? Because motivation dies, like, you know, as soon as you find, you know, what's that, instant gratification?
Yes.
Big words, Marina?
Big words.
Big words.
It's like 5 syllables in it. Gratification. 5, yes.
5,
I was right.
And
I didn't want to look like an idiot. So, but yeah, I think you wanted to leave something for the listeners today. Yeah. And so I think this is going towards that.
Of course. So the reason, for example, like, okay, so I'm going to talk about what I want to do in the future, right? So the reason why I'm starting, you know, to focus on myself more and focus on what I want to do more is because I want to become a music video director.
Hmm.
Now, you have a lot of different, fields. You got advertisements, you got movies, shows, documentaries, and you got music videos. Now, when you want to work with musicians, you need to understand that it's mostly their visions and what their viewers want to see more than your creative eye. Like, for example, we got the scene here in Saudi. It's growing, but music industry here is a bit different, from the
Yeah.
work that we do. We work more with like street art, street style photography and films, and I want to push that more, and I want to make sure that people understand that you can still do it here. You don't have to like leave the Middle East just for you to, follow your passion. You can, start. You can make that road, and this is kind of what I'm doing right now. Is like, creating space,
Yeah.
for people to know more about the uh, the style that I'm doing right now. Because like, when people come to me and like, oh, you love your style, I love your style, man, this style is crazy. But yeah, my style, I developed that style after like going through a lot.
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
know, a lot of like, self-doubt, a lot of clients that told me like your work is literally the worst. Exactly. I got one of my clients telling me this is the worst money I've ever spent.
No.
And I did, above and beyond, like went above and beyond with his like work. And I worked for like a week straight, like calling people, like, I want to shoot that. I brought people for free, and I even got half of the payment. And he just called me and like, you know what, I'm canceling this. You're literally the worst money I've ever spent.
Seriously.
And from that person, if I would have doubted myself, I'd be like, you know what, I'm out. I don't want to do it anymore.
And I can totally resonate with that because there's times with clients who I just can't help.
Yeah.
And the fit isn't right. You shouldn't have gone ahead with it, and sort of you knew the fit wasn't there probably, right? You knew it was going to be a tough one.
Exactly.
And it's so easy to then doubt everything. Your whole like you've got people who love your work. But this one person is telling you it's the worst money he's ever spent.
Exactly.
And like that one person, that one comment can potentially derail you. So how did you deal with that?
I was shocked. And I was like, okay, thank you. That was it. I couldn't really say much because I couldn't tell him, like, then why did you come to me when you knew that my work was not
My
good enough
style's
for you?
this. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
You knew my style. Like, people would contact me for my style, not for something else, right? So
It's like it's kind of like in the PT land here. Again, I sort of mentioned this comparison. It's like you're a PT. I need to get fit. We're a match.
yeah,
Where it's like, okay, I've got a product or whatever event. I need it shot. You're a photographer. Let's do this.
yeah.
Like it's not that. It
we
doesn't happen.
know.
It can't work like
Yeah.
that.
Like, I want you for that specific reason,
Yes.
and I want you to deliver that. But once you deliver, some clients would just be like, I want what that other brand has. Just go contact them and
Yeah,
see
yeah,
who
yeah,
did
yeah.
it, right? Because you contact me for my work and for my creativity or style, then you should just understand that you're gonna get my style.
Yeah, yeah.
But a lot of people, like, that's where new creatives should understand as well. Like, people who like want to become a photographer right now, you just have to understand that some clients will really put you to the test.
Yeah, and make you doubt your whole career path.
Exactly, and then
Yeah.
you could just like stay home. If you're not up for it, just stay home.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna regret it, and regret is much, much, much worse than not sleeping at night because you have to finish a project or something.
Yeah.
Just go for it, And yeah, so this is exactly what I want in the future, to become a music video director. And I know that the road is not going to be easy, and a lot of self-doubt as well. And I gotta learn so much. And of course, you have to have a specific goal in mind.
Talking of that specific goal, who are the top 3 artists you would die for to do their music videos?
Speaking of die for, is definitely The Weeknd.
Okay.
Because I've been listening to The Weeknd for over, I don't know, 6 years, 7 years. Oh God knows. Like, since Kissland and all the unreleased stuff as well. And this is definitely the top artist that I would love to work with. And the second one, of course, XO for life. you know. But the second one would be Tyga.
Okay.
I love his work. You know, I love
He comes to Saudi, doesn't he?
yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
more than anyone else. But yeah, that's definitely number 2 on the list. Now number 3, I think I already did. J
Okay.
Balvin already.
God, you're 1 for 3 then.
Oh yeah. Then you know, but I want to direct a music video for him more than just show and like the a personal experience. You know, because yeah, music videos would require a lot of studying as well, like study angles, study colors, study movements. So, and I love that. I love that I can still have something to study.
Ooh. So we've got this on video. We have, in a few years' time, when you are working with The Weeknd or Tyga, we've got a clip of you saying, I would love to work with these guys. So,
as cliche as it sounds, but you have to believe in yourself. And I believe in myself.
For sure, for sure.
Thank God for that. Like, I know a lot of people would doubt themselves sometimes.
Yeah.
I do that too. Everyone does, but just have to.
The more you do, the more you sort of experience those successes and those triumphs. That is what builds confidence, right? Is the doing part.
That's your fuel, you know.
It's not the thinking in your head or motivating or hyping yourself up. It's the proving through your actions. And obviously you've got to a point where, except for that one guy who,
I can even talk
forget about him.
Right. But that's a good lesson, though.
Yes.
Absolutely, that's a terrific lesson, and everyone should experience that one client.
Yes.
Like even like when you have to experience that one heartbreak.
Yes.
That one client, really.
I see.
Yeah.
Nice. So I've got to experience that one guest as well, who is terrible at answering questions. So that isn't you. I haven't had that guest yet. That will test my interview skills, and we'll probably just cut to music break every 2 minutes. But closing thoughts. We are wrapping up here today. What would you like to leave the listeners with? I know we have kind of given a few lessons.
Yeah. My final thoughts for everyone would be: start. You have to start. When you start, things will change immediately.
Yeah.
Things will not be easy, and that's the beauty of it. You don't want anything easy. You will have sleepless nights. Believe me. You would stay up for hours and days. But it's worth it.
Because what's the alternate, right? The alternate isn't even worth it. Yeah.
The reward is much, 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 much bigger than the...
Playing it safe.
Yeah.
Boom. So to anyone out there who is on the fence about starting something, whether that is getting in shape, whether it is picking up a camera, whether it is, I don't know, singing, anything, just start. Just do it. And get a friend like BK.
Yeah, BK, man. Love you, bro.
I told him he's going to do a consultancy at the top of his barbershop to help people.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that is us for the show this evening. Thank you so much for coming in. It's been an absolute pleasure. That was a handshake and someone else. But no, honestly, I'm so, like, from our relationship, seeing how far you've come, like, it's incredible. And to be able to call you a friend is even more incredible.
It's my pleasure.
So,
absolutely.
Anyone who needs to link up with Pineapple Pappy on Instagram, that is his handle. Pineapple Pappy. Check out his style. And we are closing out the show. So, being forced to close out the show. I know. Oh, is it? I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This guy, man.
All right, last thing. The people on YouTube. What would you say if someone is thinking about coming to Saudi? And they're from abroad, they're nervous, it's daunting. What advice would you give?
You should come here, but with a vision. Honestly, you have to have a vision. You cannot just come here to make money, no. You have to come here with a vision. You have got to improve yourself. And a lot of people come here for a few years and they leave because maybe they don't find what they want. You have to do a lot of sacrifice.
No, for sure.
And just be honest with who you are, because you cannot just live a life that you cannot live here and just say that I'm gonna stay here, I can make it, knowing that you need other stuff, like, for example,
Yes, because the amount of people, I'm sure you've met some the same, who literally will just go to work, go home, party at the weekend, and then rinse and repeat, do the same thing again. And then after a year, that gets boring.
Exactly.
After 2 years, that's even more boring. And then they leave. And then they probably spent a lot of money fueling that lifestyle, and then they haven't actually saved that much. So I think like coming here, as you say, with a vision of wanting to better yourself, your family, your friends, whoever it is, in whatever discipline you choose. It might be work, it might be picking up a new hobby, it might be horse riding, it might be diving, all sorts. Like that is possible here. And like I think it comes down to growing as an individual, right? If you don't tap into that, then man, life is going to be comfortable. It might be fine, you might like it, but
for just a few,
it'd be boring.
Yeah, exactly. And also you need to spend like what you earn, because you can't just save up, because that's what people do here. They come here and save up money. Like they save for
what?
rainy
They
days.
don't. Yes. Yeah, it's kind of like a situation where, okay, I'm coming to Saudi, I'm gonna forfeit 2 years of my life so I can build a house back home.
Exactly. No, this is
like,
this
but
is
you don't like. Maybe in the past when there was absolutely nothing to do here, that might have been a possibility or more likely. But now, like, there's stuff going on.
Exactly.
Like, you can enjoy, you can go to nice restaurants, cafes, hobbies. Like, there's stuff to do, and so to just like just to like think, okay, I'm here to work, and that is it. I think it's so demoralizing in a way. Don't just come for the money, come for the experience. The money is nice, but like grow yourself. You can leave Saudi, or maybe you don't leave Saudi. You can leave Saudi like such a better, enhanced, cultured individual.
Because you would be experiencing things that the whole world doesn't have.
Yes,
Like,
and the opportunity that there isn't really anywhere else in the world.
The culture here is just different. Ramadan vibes here are much better than anywhere else. Of course, not Egypt, but Egypt is where like, the culture, I think, originated, like where the like, come here and eat there.
Yes.
So, and this is where, this is the beauty of the Arab world. Like everyone learns from, we learn from Saudi so much. Saudi learns from Egypt so much, and it's the same thing with other countries as well. So like, we're all connected in a way.
Yes.
And but here specifically in Saudi, I think you should experience the new
Saudi.
New Saudi,
which Pineapple Pappy is documenting. So give him a follow. Done. Awesome, mate.